shaky cam today. Not brought gimbal with me. I'm on a change of plan as well originally, because it's supposed to be 55 mile an hour southwesterly winds. My original plan was I was going to go up Kinder Downfall, but I have got to be back definitely for 4 o'clock, which meant it'd be a bit tight. So I've just gone for a spontaneous plan B instead. So I'm at King's Tree, end of Lady Bower, Derwent, Howden, which is pretty much maximum capacity, not quite overflowing. I'm going to try out a new path I've seen over years but never been up, and extend it over. So it's going to be a relatively short, probably 5 mile maybe, just down here effectively from end of King's Tree. And there's a clough called Linch Clough off on my left, which looks to be a path going up it or along it so far, and then it sort of cuts back onto this flank and round. But the plan is up onto the top, across off piste, probably about a mile and a half, and then there's the ruins of an old farm which looks quite substantial, so going to have a fettle at that, I think, is the plan, depending on what the off-piste bit is like, because it's quite a lot of water about, so we'll have to see how it goes with that, whether it's excessively boggy, and make it up as I go along, really. Linch Clough. Always worth a wander up these little unknown cloughs. You never know what hidden gems there are. That's got to be what, 10-12 foot waterfall there. Should be worth a look at. Get you in a Bear Grylls out and fettle across the branch. Oh, definitely a little hidden gem. Well, if that ain't a little skinny dip pool, I don't know what is. Of course I weren't recording that, why? Slippier than a slippy thing. Very nearly. Went in a lot further than I anticipated. It's got wild camp potential though. Nice, relatively flat, babbling brook, waterfall. Soundtrack to go to sleep to. Path, it looks like anyway. Only one path marked on the map as such. But when I looked on satellite earlier on, or the day, it looks like there is one that cuts up the side of that, which from here, about the same height as me now, looks to be a faint path going up. It could be a sheep trod, but it does sort of look to be a path going up the side of that. And that takes you over there, should be some grouse butts, and then Ronxley Moor shooting cabin. But the one I've come off, I've crossed the river, got to this corner now, and it's going to cut back on myself, which is also part of the plan in a way, because I'm going up there and get on top of this, and then I've got to cut over another clough. I want to get to the head of that clough, so I haven't got to down climb and up climb, just get to the end of it, and that should take me over to this farmhouse ruin. I can tell I've not been out for about 2 months, month and a half. not done out yet. Calves are knackered. All these reeds and that here, like basically a river running down the path. It's quite substantially, or potentially at least deeper than my boots. So I'm coming up the side bank. I've got to make a decision because the path is there. So I've either got to cross this river here to get onto the path, and it looks like I'm about at the apex anyway. So I'd only have to cut up onto this shoulder and cross the stream here. So I might as well just fly up this side instead of going over there basically to cut back up. I don't know where it goes right corner yet, whether that's the apex and it drops back down, or whether, so I'm going to have to cut up if it is, and then cross this stream here again, cross it again basically at the top. Obviously at the top it's less flowing because that'll be the source, but if I've got a good there to come here, I may as well just crack on up the face here and see what I see when I get on top of it. Yeah, that's sort of carrying on where I want to be. I'll go up. I've got to climb at some point, so I may as well do it now. That's quite dry in this section actually. So no issue. Oh yeah, bugger, cross it. Gravity. Wind might pick up when I get on top. It's supposed to be, jeez, getting up into the 50s. I'm just about hitting the cloud base as well. So there is another bit of a clough I've got to cross. So go across this way a bit and then I'm going to break right to get to the head of the clough. Yep, that wind's definitely picked up and wind chills come with it. Jesus. Yeah, I've got to get over the other side of this, so either go down, climb and up, or go to the head and across. Just about to get to the head of Linch Clough. I must be out spectacular in that one. Just get over to the head of it and cross it, and then head over to these ruins. I've come at them from a more obscure route than I needed to, but it's just like a 2-in-1, exploring Linch Clough as well as going over to the ruins as well. So quite cool in wind, but your hat up and everything, and I get pretty wound quick. It's a bit of a juggle, on off juggle bit of stuff. Leave the camera on in case it's 2 foot deep. That should be alright, I think. Complacency is where it gets you though. Let's say we're over. No issues. Right, well in theory I just got to brake over that way a little while. The clough's here and there, it splits into two, so I've got to cut over the top of this one and over to the top of the tree line, and say in theory the ruins should come into play. Probably, don't know if I'll see it when I crest over that nib, or whether they're a little bit further on. I think they're about a mile from here. I've not looked at mappers yet, I'm just heading in the ballpark. I'll trim my bearing shortly. Well, all things being equal, and me not making a major navigational faux pas, should be somewhere just off this ridge, a set of ruins, sort of there-ish. It appears I'm bang on the money. That's a bit of a bloody steep right there. But that there be what I'm looking for. Try and get down to it in a controlled manner. Serious banking. Once I start going on down that, it ain't going to stop. Better leave camera running. Still a few magic mushrooms about. A bit out of season for them. Woo. What are you doing, Andrew? Certainly a bit more sheltered. Yeah, climb this way, pulling down. Time for a cup of tea and a sandwich, I think, in a minute. Just have a quick explore. Always make a ladder. Biggest challenge at day is find somewhere reasonably dry to sit down. good a place as any. Then trick is find the path out, because there's supposed to be a series of logging tracks, I think, basically up and down this flank, but no idea where they start at the minute. I'll have to give that a closer looking at shortly. But first, sandwiching a couple of bit of a logging track. So I'll take this. This should, in theory, intersect the proper path. So we'll give that a closer looking at. What we have here is a trail which is going down. It should eventually, if it carried on in this direction, drop me to the bottom of West End. The car's behind me though, about 1.5 miles, so I could do with braking 180 at some point. Left and down, so that'll go with it. That one's all fenced off, so I'll stick with authorised path for the time being. The reservoir's down there. In fact, there's the that's the bridge where you stop out there to go up to Allport Castles or West End. That's it, back to intersect the road. About 1 mile or so now up this nib around the corner. Yeah, and be back. So about 1.25 miles road walking. It's supposed to be raining this afternoon. It's just sort of started spitting. It's supposed to get quite heavy, I think, in due course. So probably about 1 mile, 3/4 of a mile back to the car. So ideally, at this stage of the game, if it holds off for another 20 minutes, I can do what it wants. I think, without looking at the map, if I'd have stayed on that original path off Linch Clough, where I broke off up onto the top, if I'd stayed on that path, it'd have basically brought me down to this corner. Get that cow to looking at another day, but fairly sure that's where that one goes. Seat car from here. 4.15 miles, 2 hours 2 minutes.